Steve Chettle joins me as we look ahead to this weekend's game against Bamber Bridge, but Chet's first. Last Saturday saw your team win 3-0. How was that, even though you weren't there?
It was weird. I was in bed. Rang Michael before. Obviously spoke to Duffs and Michael via FaceTime on the Friday, so we could organise a team for the weekend. Obviously our formation and personnel. Spoke to him Saturday morning. Spoke to Duffs on the way up to the game. Spoke to Michael in the dressing room before the game about set plays. Spoke to Michael at half time. Spoke to Michael afterwards. So been in communication with Michael quite a lot this weekend, but delighted overall for him. Delighted for Michael, delighted for Duffs and all the staff who went up there, but obviously delighted for the players.
It sounds like the only phone call you didn't have at the weekend was maybe you FaceTiming the players at half time. Was it weird?
Yeah, well, it was obviously weird. It's the first game I've missed since I've been here, and I think it's the first game I've missed in, well, I can't remember it for years, Harry, to be fair. And I don't like being ill. I think I'm just about getting over it now. But yeah, it was a good day for everybody involved, and we have to now build on that for this weekend and for Tuesday.
Were you following that game via the commentary or live?
I was following. No, I can't listen to those boys on the commentary. I just followed it by Twitter, and the feeds weren't often enough. I was getting all restless and itchy and twitchy. But no, like I say, I did all the Twitter feeds in bed, and I was delighted when it was over. I was delighted when it got to 3, and delighted when we got Marcus back on the pitch, and overall it was a really good day.
Now, how important is it that the lads kick on from that and build on, get maybe 2 or 3 wins on the spin and get a good run?
Yeah, it's massive. We need some consistency. We need to start building on the fantastic result that we've had. Like I said, we've had 5 away games on the trot, which has been really tough. 4 league games and acquired 7 points, which isn't a bad return. We like to get at least 2 points per game, so we can get ourselves in and around the position we want to be at the end of the season. So Saturday Bamber Bridge, and Tuesday night against Stafford, and then we've got Staley Bridge, and then we've got Scarborough, and then we've got Atherton. So we've got some games coming thick and fast the next 2 weeks.
Games are coming thick and fast. I know a few players were maybe picking a few knocks a bit tight at the weekend. How are those lads now?
It wasn't so much knocks. I think it was just the exertion and the effort that they put in. I obviously looked at the stats after the game, and Spike's covered over 11,000 metres, which is a lot for Spike. It's a lot for anybody, to be fair. But he was a little bit tight on Tuesday night. He got through the training session, and I think, minus obviously James Clifton, who's still on concussion protocol, I think everybody should be okay for the weekend.
Looking ahead to the weekend now, how confident are you that the players can build on last weekend's result?
Well, I'd like to think that they can. They should be full of confidence. Obviously it's our first clean sheet of the season. First time we've scored 3 goals. Obviously Willow's got himself on the score sheet with an unbelievable free kick, and Kane does what Kane does. I'm delighted obviously Matty to get a penalty as well, so yeah, we need to build on it. But like I say, it starts Saturday against Bamber Bridge.
And finally back at home, how does that feel after 5 away games?
Yeah, it's been long. Obviously it's our first league game of the season. I think it was September 19, so it does seem a long time ago, but it'd be nice to get people down here, and nice not to drive to the northwest for the weekend, so it'd be a nice change. And
one last question before I let you go. Brad Gascoigne's rejoined the club. How happy are you to have him back?
Yeah, delighted. It took some doing, in all honesty, but it's great to have him back. He was a massive part of last year's success with his relationship with Steph and with Lewis. And we brought him back to make ourselves stronger, and hopefully we'll get back on the pitch as soon as he can and build on our successes.
Cheers, Jess. Thank you for your time.
Cheers, mate.